Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay and with me is Anuja Kumar with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says Swamitwa is not just a scheme to provide legal documents but also a new mantra for development and trust in the villages of the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacts with the beneficiaries of Swamitwa scheme and virtually distributes e-property cards to 1,71,000 beneficiaries in Madhya Pradesh today. U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Ms. Wendy Sherman meets with the Foreign Secretary in Delhi to call on External Affairs Minister and National Security Advisor. President Ramnath Kovind arrives in Bangalore on a 3-day visit. Indian parliamentary delegation led by Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla leaves for Rome to attend the G20 Parliamentary Speakers Summit. Over 92 crore 17 lakh doses of COVID vaccine administered in the country so far. National recovery rate reaches 97.94%. Mahalaya, the beginning of Durga Puja festivities, been celebrated today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi greets people. Hockey India withdraws from the 2022 Commonwealth Games in protest against discriminatory quarantine rules. And in IPL cricket, Royal challenges Bangalore to take on Sunrisers Hyderabad in Abu Dhabi this evening. As the nationwide free COVID-19 vaccination campaign at government facilities for those above 18 years is underway, we advise the young listeners to get vaccinated and also help others get vaccinated. We also advise the listeners not to lower their guard as COVID-19 remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011 2397 8046 and 1075. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the Swamitwa scheme is not just a scheme to provide legal documents but is also a new mantra for development and trust in the villages of the country with the help of modern technology. The Prime Minister said this while addressing a function organized to virtually distribute e-property cards to 1,71,000 beneficiaries in Madhya Pradesh today. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan was also present during the event.
आज एमपी के 3,000 गांवों के 1,70,000 से अधिक परिवारों को मिला प्रॉपर्टी कार्ड अधिकार अभिलेख उनकी समृद्धि का साधन बनेगा। ये लोग डिजी लॉकर के माध्यम से अपने मोबाइल पर अपना प्रॉपर्टी कार्ड डाउनलोड भी कर सकते हैं। जिस गति से मध्य प्रदेश आगे बढ़ रहा है, मेरा विश्वास है कि जल्द ही राज्य के सभी ग्रामीण परिवारों का अधिकार अभिलेख अवश्य मिल जाएंगे.
Mr. Modi said PM Swamitwa Yojana is going to become a huge strength of our brothers and sisters of the village in this direction.
देश के गांवों को, गांव की प्रॉपर्टी को, जमीन और घर से जुड़े रिकॉर्ड्स को अनिश्चितता और अविश्वास से निकालना बहुत जरूरी है. इसलिए पीएम स्वामित्व योजना गांव के हमारे भाइयों और बहनों की बहुत बड़ी ताकत बनने जा रही है. और हम जानते हैं जब किसी चीज पर आपका हक होता है तो कितनी शांति होती. जो आज गांव के लोगों के हाथ में ये जो ताकत आई है ना, ये उसके बहुत दूरगामी परिणाम होने वाले हैं. मुझे खुशी है कि शिवराज जी के नेतृत्व में मध्य प्रदेश लैंड डिजिटाइजेशन के मामले में अग्रणी राज्य बनकर उभरा है.
The Prime Minister said that earlier the people of the village could not fully utilize the land for the development due to unavailability of property records. The energy, time and money of the people of the village was wasted in disputes and fights over illegal occupations over village land and village houses.
शुरुआती चरणों में प्रधानमंत्री स्वामित्व योजना को मध्य प्रदेश, उत्तर प्रदेश, महाराष्ट्र, उत्तराखंड, हरियाणा, पंजाब, कर्नाटका और राजस्थान के कुछ गांवों में लागू किया गया था. इन राज्यों में गांव में रहने वाली करीब 22 लाख परिवारों के लिए प्रॉपर्टी कार्ड तैयार हो चुका है. एक प्रकार से वो पायलट प्रोजेक्ट था ताकि आगे चल करके योजना में कोई कमी न रह जाए. अब पूरे देश में इसको विस्तार किया गया है. मध्य प्रदेश ने इसमें भी अपने चिर परिचित अंदाज में तेज गति से काम किया है और मध्य प्रदेश इसके लिए बधाई के पात्र है.
Mr. Modi said that the survey through drone technology is going to give a new dimension of development to the villages of India. The Prime Minister said that now that the government itself is coming at the door of the poor and empowering the poor. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also virtually interacted with the beneficiaries of Swamitwa scheme in Madhya Pradesh on the occasion. During the interaction with the Prime Minister, beneficiary from Harda district, Mr. Pavan Kumar, informed that he is getting benefits through e-record of land rights.
प्रधानमंत्री जी नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.
मेरा नाम पवन बरेठा है. मैं हरदा जिले के हंडिया गांव का निवासी हूं. मेरे घर में 6 सदस्य हैं.
अच्छा पवन जी, आपको ये जो प्रॉपर्टी का कार्ड मिला है प्रधानमंत्री स्वामित्व योजना के तहत, देख तो कब आपको मिला और मिलने के बाद आपने क्या क्या किया और उससे आपको क्या लाभ हुआ, और पहले ये नहीं था तो क्या लगता था?
पहले नहीं था तब विवाद की स्थितियां बहुत होती थी. मेरा पुश्तैनी मकान होने के बाद भी मेरा नहीं था वो. ऐसा कोई वो नहीं था कि मेरे पास मेरे घर का कोई प्रमाण हो. और जब से मुझे ये अधिकार कार्ड मिला है, उस अधिकार कार्ड से मैं उस घर का मालिक बन गया हूँ और मैं इसको बैंक में रखकर लोन लेकर मेरी दुकान और मेरा व्यवसाय आगे बढ़ा सकता हूँ. और मैं बहुत खुश हूँ और आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूँ.
The Prime Minister also interacted with beneficiary Prem Singh from Dindori district. Prem Singh informed that he received property card with the help of administration. Prime Minister also interacted with Vinita Bai from Budni Sihor. She said that e-land card will help in getting bank loan to start new business. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan said that the model of Jan Kalyan and Suraj given by Prime Minister Narendra Modi during his tenure as Chief Minister of Gujarat has transformed the state of Gujarat, and in the last 20 years, Prime Minister has transformed India also with his dedication. The Chief Minister added that development has gained momentum due to transparent arrangements introduced by Prime Minister in all fields. Mr. Chauhan assured that with good governance model of the Prime Minister, Madhya Pradesh will also become Atmanirbhar. E-property cards were distributed in 3,000 villages of 19 districts as part of Jan Kalyan and Suraj Abhiyan of the state. So far, the process of survey has been started in 42 districts of the state, while 24 drones are working in 24 districts, out of which drone survey work has been completed in 6,500 villages. Swamitwa is a central sector scheme of the Ministry of Panchayati Raj, which is aimed at providing property rights to the residents of rural inhabited areas.
U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Ms. Wendy Sherman, who is on a 3-day visit to India, is currently holding a meeting with Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla in New Delhi to review the India-US bilateral agenda and outcomes of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's recent visit to USA. They will also exchange views on regional issues pertaining to South Asia and the Indo-Pacific region and contemporary global issues. The Deputy Secretary of State and Foreign Secretary will also participate in a special session of the India Ideas Summit today, organized by the US-India Business Council. Deputy Secretary Sherman will call on External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval. Ministry of External Affairs said Deputy Secretary Sherman's visit is a useful opportunity to continue the regular dialogue and further strengthen the India-US Comprehensive Global Strategic Partnership. President Ram Nath Kovind arrived in Bengaluru today on a 3-day tour of the state. During the visit, President Ram Nath Kovind will visit Chamarajnagar and Chikmagaluru districts. More from our Bengaluru correspondent.
Tomorrow afternoon, the President is scheduled to inaugurate the newly built 450-bedded Government Teaching Hospital of the Institute of Medical Sciences in Chamarajnagar district. Governor of Karnataka, Thawarchand Gehlot, Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai, Health Minister Dr. K. Sudhakar will be present on this occasion. The President is also paying visit to Sri Biligiri Ranganatha Swami Temple situated on BR Hills. It is believed that Lord Rama and Lakshmana worshipped God Ranganatha Swami here while searching for Mata Sita. On the last day of his tour, the President will visit Sri Sharda Peetha and Shankara Advaita Research Center in the holy town of Sringeri in Chikmagalur district. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will visit Assam tomorrow to take part in various events. Ms. Sitaraman will perform Bhumi Pujan of 120 megawatt Lower Kopili hydroelectric project at Dima Hasao district and lay the foundation stone of a road at Haflong. The Union Minister will also inspect the Guwahati and North Guwahati Bridge project. Later in the day, she will launch a web portal under Assam Right to Public Service Act 2012 at a function in Guwahati. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma will accompany her during the events. India has administered over 92 crore 17 lakh doses of COVID vaccine so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. Union Health Ministry said more than 59 lakh 48,000 vaccine doses were administered in the last 24 hours. The ministry said 24,770 COVID patients recovered during the last 24 hours and the national recovery rate has reached 97.94%. The country reported 18,833 new cases in the last 24 hours. The daily positivity rate stands at 1.34%.
The government has said that more than 92 crore 57 lakh COVID vaccine doses have been provided to states and union territories so far. Union Health Ministry said today that more than 6 crore 93 lakh unutilized vaccine doses are still available with the states, UTs and private hospitals to be administered. In the program Spotlight, we are broadcasting a special series, Seva aur Samarpan, 20 Saal Sushasan Ke. Today the theme is Cooperative and Competitive Federalism. It showcases Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of leveraging cooperative and competitive federalism to achieve all-round growth for the country. This special program can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:15 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.gov.in and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. And raising awareness about coronavirus in our Corona Jagrukta series from between 9:30 to 10 p.m. a senior doctor from renowned hospital will be with us to answer the queries of listeners. So keep listening to All India Radio News for the latest developments.
An Indian parliamentary delegation led by Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla today left for Rome to attend the G20 Parliamentary Speakers Summit. The overall theme of the summit is Parliaments for People, Planet and Prosperity. A joint statement will be adopted at the end of the summit. Lok Sabha Speaker will participate in Session 1 on the theme Response to the Social and Employment Crisis caused by the pandemic. On the sidelines of the Extend Summit, Mr. Birla will also hold bilateral meetings with his counterparts from other participating parliaments. The festival of Mahalaya has been celebrated in different parts of the country today. Mahalaya marks the end of Pitra Paksha Shraddh and the beginning of Durga Puja festivities. Mahalaya is considered to be the day goddess Durga defeated the demon Mahishasur. On this day, Bengalis traditionally wake up in the morning to listen to Mahishasur Mardini, an audio montage of Chandi Path, recitation from the scriptural verses of Sri Sri Chandi Path. Then they proceed to make food and water offerings to the ancestors. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has greeted the people on the occasion of Mahalaya. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said, "We bowed to Ma Durga and seek her blessings for the well-being of our planet and the welfare of the citizens. He hoped that everyone be happy as well as healthy in the times to come."
You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says Swamitwa is not just a scheme to provide legal documents, but also a new mantra for development and trust in the villages of the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacts with beneficiaries of Swamitwa scheme and virtually distributes e-property cards to 1,71,000 beneficiaries in Madhya Pradesh today. U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Ms. Wendy Sherman meets with Foreign Secretary in Delhi to call on External Affairs Minister and National Security Advisor. President Ramnath Kovind arrives in Bengaluru on a 3-day visit. Indian parliamentary delegation led by Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla leaves for Rome to attend the G20 Parliamentary Speakers Summit. Over 92 crore 17 lakh doses of COVID vaccine administered in the country so far. National recovery rate reaches 97.94%. Mahalaya, the beginning of Durga Puja festivities being celebrated today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi greets people. Hockey India withdraws from 2022 Commonwealth Games in protest against discriminatory quarantine rules. And in IPL cricket, Royal Challengers Bangalore to take on Sunrisers Hyderabad in Abu Dhabi this evening. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो कुछ वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Midday News. BJP today accused Congress of playing politics over the Lakhimpur Kheri violent incident. Talking to reporters in New Delhi, party spokesperson Sambit Patra criticized Congress leader Rahul Gandhi for questioning the government over the incident and alleged that it is trying to disrupt the law and order. Mr. Patra said irresponsibility has become the second name of Rahul Gandhi.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी स्पष्ट रूप से मानती है कि जो दुखद घटनाएं होती है उसमें कभी भी राजनीतिक रोटी किसी को सेकना नहीं चाहिए. लखीमपुर खीरी में जो कुछ भी हुआ है वो दुखद है और मुझे लगता है कि हम सब की, चाहे हम राजनीतिक दल के, चाहे हम किसी संस्था के सदस्य क्यों न हो, हमारा मुख्य कर्तव्य होता है कि जब एक निष्पक्ष जांच चल रही हो उस समय हम गैर जिम्मेदाराना टिप्पणी बयान न करें जिससे पक्षपात होता हो, जिससे न्याय नहीं होता.
Earlier, Rahul Gandhi questioned the government over the Lakhimpur violence. He said the name of a union minister and his son is coming up in the incident, but no action has been taken so far. In Tamil Nadu, first phase of polling for local body elections for the 9 newly formed districts began this morning. State Election Commissioner V. Palani Kumar said that 7.72% votes were polled in the first 2 hours. Votes will be counted on 12th October. Over 76 lakh voters are expected to exercise their franchise till 6 p.m. this evening. COVID-positive patients will be allowed to vote in the last hour.
The counting of votes for the local body polls for the 6 Zilla Parishads of Maharashtra's Dhule, Nandurbar, Akola, Washim, Nagpur and Palghar and its Panchayat Samitis is currently underway. The polls were held yesterday for 85 constituencies of the 6 Zilla Parishads and 144 constituencies of Panchayat Samitis under them. A total of 367 candidates contested for 85 Zilla Parishad seats, while for 144 Panchayat Samitis there are 555 candidates. AIR Washim correspondent has reported that poll results for all 14 seats of Zilla Parishad were declared. Nationalist Congress Party has taken a lead by winning 5 seats. BJP, Congress and Vanchit secured 2 seats each, while Shiv Sena, Jan Vikas Party and an independent each have secured 1 seat. As per the updates by AIR Dhule correspondent, in total, 11 seats results declared till 12 a.m. Incumbent BJP has taken a lead with 7 seats. Congress and Shiv Sena have secured 1 seat each, while National Congress Party has won 2 seats. Similarly, in Palghar Zilla Parishad, BJP is leading by winning 4 seats, followed by Shiv Sena, Nationalist Congress Party and CPM winning 3, 2 and 1 seat respectively. In a bid to prevent the illegal trafficking of drugs and weapons from across the border into the state, Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi yesterday sought a personal intervention of the Union Home Minister Amit Shah to seal the border, adding this initiative would help the state in breaking the supply chain of drugs. Mr. Channi called on the Union Home Minister at his residence in New Delhi yesterday evening for the first time after taking over as the Chief Minister of Punjab. Talking to media, the Chief Minister said that he also raised the demand for reopening of Sri Kartarpur Sahib corridor and impressed upon Mr. Amit Shah to take an early decision in this regard so as to enable the devotees to pay their obeisance at the sacred place. Mr. Amit Shah assured him that the government would soon take a decision to open the corridor after detailed deliberations.
Chief Commissioner of Haryana's Right to Service Commission, T.C. Gupta, has directed the officers to dispose of pending applications for the year 2020 on the Saral portal by November 1st. Mr. Gupta said this while reviewing the services provided on Saral portal under Right to Service Commission at Bhiwani on Tuesday. He directed the officers to make people aware of the services registered on the Saral portal of the department. As the nation celebrates the 75th year of independence, a series of events has been organized by the government as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. To commemorate the occasion as a Jan Utsav, All India Radio News brings to its listeners a special quiz on India's freedom movement and its glorious history. The quiz has been conducted every Monday and Tuesday in the morning news since 16th August and will continue till 15th August 2022. India Post has joined hands as the logistics partner with All India Radio News for the Amrit Mahotsav quiz. The next question of the Amrit Mahotsav quiz will be shared with listeners on Monday, 11th October. Let's listen to a special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
6th of October is important in the history of the freedom movement as the death anniversaries of three freedom fighters fall on this date. They are Paramasivan Subbarayan, Babasai Bhosle and Bhojaram Kolita. Besides being a freedom fighter, Paramasivan Subbarayan was also a politician, diplomat and the Chief Minister of Madras Presidency. He was born on the 11th of September 1889 in Tamil Nadu. After graduating from Presidency College Madras, he pursued his MA at the University of Oxford. Later, he obtained an LLB from the University of London and an LLD from Trinity College, Dublin. Subbarayan worked as an advocate in the Madras High Court. He started his political career as a member of the Justice Party, which he quit later and was supported as an independent candidate by the Swarajya Party.
In 1922, he was nominated to the Madras Legislative Council. He served as the Chief Minister of Madras Presidency from 1926 to 1930.
In 1933, he joined the Indian National Congress. In 1937, when the Congress swept to power in the Madras Presidency, Subbarayan was appointed as the Law Minister under C. Rajagopalachari's Chief Ministership. Subbarayan was imprisoned for participating in the Quit India movement. He was elected to the Constituent Assembly from Madras and made important contributions to the debates on adult franchise, civil services, rule of law and the official language.
From 1949 to 1951, Subbarayan served as Independent India's first ambassador to Indonesia. Subbarayan also served as a member of the Rajya Sabha from 1954 to 1957. He was elected to the Lok Sabha from Tiruchengood in 1957 and served as a member till 1962. He was again elected to the Lok Sabha in 1962 but was instead appointed as the Governor of Maharashtra. He passed away on 6th October 1962. In 1989, during his birth centenary, India Post issued a stamp to honor him.
On this day in 2007, a veteran freedom fighter from Maharashtra, Babasai Bhosle, passed away at the age of 86. Bhosle participated in the Satyagraha in 1939 while he was a student. He was imprisoned for 1.5 years in 1941-42. Bhosle was born on January 15, 1921 at Satara in western Maharashtra. He was a law graduate and completed bar at law in 1951 and practiced for 10 years in Satara. In 1980, he was elected to the Maharashtra Assembly and later handled various important portfolios. Former President Pratibha Patil was a member of Bhosle's cabinet during his tenure as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra in 1982-83.
Bhosle started the scheme of providing free education to girl students till 10th class. He started the Aurangabad bench of the Bombay High Court and also created Gadchiroli district. Bhosle was instrumental in initiating welfare measures for freedom fighters and started a pension scheme for them.
On this day in 1942, freedom fighter Bhojaram Kolita made supreme sacrifice for the motherland. He was an active participant in the Quit India movement. On 21st September 1942, he took part in a procession at Tezpur organized to mourn the death of those who died in the Dhekiajuli firing. When the procession arrived at the compound of a church, the participants were surrounded from all sides by the police armed with lathis and guns. The police gave them 10 minutes to disperse.
No sooner had the crowd begun moving out, a very heavy lathi charge was made on them from behind. Many received serious beatings. Bhojaram Kolita, aged 65, was badly injured. 15 days after this incident, he succumbed to his injuries on 6th October 1942. That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
स्वाधीनता संग्राम के वे निशान जो साक्षी हैं हमारे सेनानियों के संघर्ष और बलिदान के। आकाशवाणी समाचार ला रहा है विशेष श्रृंखला निशान। हर बुधवार को शाम 4:45 पर कार्यक्रम परिक्रमा में FM गोल्ड 100.1 मेगाहर्ट्ज पर।
In IPL cricket, Mumbai Indians defeated Rajasthan Royals in Sharjah last night. Rajasthan scored a paltry 90 runs for the loss of 9 wickets in the stipulated 20 overs. This is the lowest total at Sharjah in IPL history and the lowest for Rajasthan Royals this season. Today, Royal Challengers Bangalore will take on Sunrisers Hyderabad in Abu Dhabi at 7:30 p.m. Hockey India has pulled out of the next year's Birmingham Commonwealth Games citing COVID-19 concerns and UK's discriminatory quarantine rules for travellers from India. The move comes a day after England withdrew from the Men's Junior Hockey World Cup in Bhubaneswar over similar reasons. Hockey India President Gyanendra Ningombom communicated the Federation's decision to Indian Olympic Association President Narinder Batra in a letter.
Now let us take a look at the weather update for today. The national capital Delhi is likely to have partly cloudy sky. Mumbai will have generally partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. It recorded a minimum temperature of 27 degrees Celsius, while the maximum is expected to be 36 degrees. Chennai is expected to have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain, and Kolkata is likely to have partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says Swamitwa is not just a scheme to provide legal documents but also a new mantra for development and trust in the villages of the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacts with beneficiaries of Swamitwa scheme and virtually distributes e-property cards to 1,71,000 beneficiaries in Madhya Pradesh today. U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Ms. Wendy Sherman meets with Foreign Secretary in Delhi to call on External Affairs Minister and National Security Advisor. President Ramnath Kovind arrives in Bangalore on a 3-day visit. Indian parliamentary delegation led by Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla leaves for Rome to attend the G20 Parliamentary Speakers Summit. Over 92 crore 17 lakh doses of COVID vaccine administered in the country so far. National recovery rate reaches 97.94%. Mahalaya, the beginning of Durga Puja festivities, been celebrated today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi greets people. Hockey India withdraws from 2022 Commonwealth Games in protest against discriminatory quarantine rules. And in IPL cricket, Royal Challengers Bangalore to take on Sunrisers Hyderabad in Abu Dhabi this evening. And with that we end the Midday News.